Hello girls, Caddy here with you today to share my 16th process video titled Valentine's Day 2015. It's just a photo of my boyfriend and I on Valentine's Day, which was about a month ago. In the beginning, I showed you some gesso. I had gessoed the back of my page just with a little mini paintbrush and the Faber-Castell gesso. And I'm gonna do some painting with my gelatos, which you see here. And I'm just starting in the the red and pinks, and use some orange. So I'm just going down from darkest to lightest, and just doing that. And I was actually inspired by I was watching a video on that day from Irit Langdriff, who is one of my favorite YouTubers. She's great. And she has so much fun with the gelatos, and every time I watch her I just want to go grab my gelatos and play. So that's what I did. And I thought about using those wood hearts, which I got at Michael's during a Valentine's Day sale, but I don't end up using it, and I have to find another way to use those hearts, but they don't end up on this page. And I stepped away from the camera for a second because I hadn't printed my photo. My photo was on my phone, so I am not able to print from my phone directly, so I have to send it to my email on my laptop, and then I just print it from there. So that's what I'm doing in the background, which you don't see. And then I'm just pulling these papers. I'm continuing with my work at Once a Challenge, so I'm using my kit, as much as I can, other than, of course, little wood veneers and things here and there. And I just pulled some wood veneers here. That Adore I don't end up using, which I don't know, I love those little script words, but I don't end up using it on this page. This page is actually a pretty funny story. It actually started out as one thing and ended up as something else, and you'll see what I mean in a little bit. I create a page which is pretty much close to done, and then I take everything apart because I decide I don't like it. So you're gonna see me do that, and I left it all in just because it was part of my process. So I didn't want to take it out because it was part of what I did, and of course this is crafting is all about making mistakes or changing your mind. And those gelatos, I actually thought about leaving them just like that, as you see them there, just that scribbled look, which I liked. I thought it looked really cute, just the whole scribbled background. So you're gonna see that I leave it like that for now, and then after I will water that down with some water. So you're gonna see me do that, and then I'm just taking a little piece of gold cardstock that I had in just my stash, and the papers are from the Dear Lizzie collection, which of course is the one I'm working with, and there you see it there. It's the Dear Lizzie Napoleon collection. And actually I had originally just placed one of those little banner stickers on the bottom right. I even posted my picture on the Nicole Jones Facebook page like that, but in the end I added a few more little banners just because I wanted to use them up. And I thought this was a really cute idea. I cut up that little piece of it's like scraps. I had punched out little scallop circles from it, and those are just the scraps. And I thought it looked really cute, but I don't know, for some reason I just didn't like how it looked. I just wasn't happy with it, and perhaps it was just the background. Maybe I needed to water down the background and make it look watercolor, like the watercolor effect. Maybe I would have liked it, but I just didn't like it. I didn't, sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. You don't like the way something turns out, so you change it. And then those little potty people, which I love using those. I think they're so cute. And there I go with that heart again. I'm just trying to figure out where I can use it, because it's so pretty, but in the end I just don't use it. And then that piece as well, I'm just kind of trying to figure out where I want everything to go. And then I decided that I wanted to ink my little hearts just with that Encore gold ink pad, which I absolutely love. So I'm just dipping those in that ink pad and just giving them some color. And I love how those turned out. And you're gonna see now, after I ink my little hearts, I just kind of decide, okay, I don't like this. So I just start moving everything around, taking everything off, and then basically starting again. I am gonna leave my photo on that mat. The only layer I remove is the flower paper, which is between the red and the gold. So I do remove that, and I leave the vellum, the red and the gold mat on the photo. So here I go. I took everything off, and then I had already prepped my page with gesso, so I'm just gonna just spray some water on there, and then just start rubbing it with my fingers. And it's always fun to use gelatos and just, you know, make your own backgrounds, because it ends up so pretty. It's just that watercolor effect is so pretty. And then I decided I wanted to mat it on something, so I'm gonna use that paper, which is from that Dear Lizzie paper pad, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply a gray mat on my photo. And I think my trimmer, I think the blade needs to be replaced because it's acting up on me. It's you know, it's sometimes it gets stuck or it cuts up my paper, so I think I need to replace that. So I'm just gonna place this on that gray paper. I just wanted to do a thin border of gray, and I'm using gray just because I didn't want to use black. So I'm using gray, and I could have used maybe like gold, but I don't think I have any gold 12 by 12 paper, so gray works for me. It was fine. It's just to make that sort of pop a little bit more, because the background paper is gonna has a dark pink border, but then it's light pink, so that worked out just fine for me. And then I'm just gonna, I like the plate, you know how that looks, so I'm just gonna adhere that down and start working again on my layout to see what I'm gonna do. And you see I removed that white paper between the red and the gold. And then that doily, I had taken the ink pad and just inked a piece of that doily to see how it would work, because I really love the gold doilies. Oh, here I'm just taking little letter stickers from the Dear Lizzie Napolitan paper pad. They have a whole 12 by 12 page of these little letter stickers. So I'm just spelling out Valentine's Day on some wax paper, and I'm just gonna place that to see where I want it to go. You know, I always like to use the wax paper just because it helps me decide kind of where I want things placed, and you know, before you glue anything down. I know some people have that that little, I think it's like just a little tool or a little I don't know what it is really, but that you can remove glue from stickers, so that, you know, you can place them on your page and move them around, which I think is really cool. I'm gonna probably look into that and see what that is, but you know, in this case I wouldn't want to remove all the glue from all these stickers and then have to, you know, re-glue them again, so I just use my wax paper. And then I thought about using that little jar, but I don't end up using that as well either, I'm sorry. So yeah, and then I stopped because I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I left it. And this is the next morning, came back to it, and there I go. I'm gonna ink that doily, and then I start inking it with that little mini dauber, but it was just gonna take too long, so I took a paper towel and I'm just dipping it in there, just like I dipped the little wood veneers, and that's working out a lot better for me. And then it, you know, you get pretty good color on that. It's just inking that out. And as I was saying before, I really love those gold doilies. I've seen a lot of people using them. I haven't found them in the store. I've gone to Michael's a few times, and my Michael's doesn't have them, or maybe I just didn't see them, but I haven't found them. So I really love them, and I wanted that look, so this was my, you know, sort of idea to get a gold doily. And then you have to be really careful because that paint is really oh, and I had an extra doily back there, so I had to take it off. That paint is really, it's, you know, it stays wet for days. And you know, and I use my heat tool a bit here just to try to dry it off, and you know, so that I won't make a big old gold mess. But it's still, even after I, you know, I kind of just placed it on my paper towel and tapped it a few times and I dried it with the heat tool, it was still, you know, I had gold all over my fingers. So yeah, just you know, just be cautious when you do something like that, because that at least that gold paint is really gets all over the place. So I'm just playing with the placement and seeing where I want those little doily pieces, and I stick with that. I think that looks cute. And then I'll stick down my Valentine's Day and my little hearts. And then one thing you will not see me do on camera, aside from placing my little banner stickers on the side of my photo, and a little heart on the top right of my photo, a little jewel heart on the top right. I'm also going to take some of that gold paper, which is what I matted my photo on, that gold paper you see in the back of the red. I'm going to take 2 little strips, which you see them on top of my desk, right above my mat. You can see there's a little piece of gold paper. Those are just 2 gold strips that I had there. And then I just took those and I cut out the ends and made them into little, you know, little banners. And then I took a piece of that same polka dot vellum, which is right under my photo, and I just cut a little piece, and I placed one on the top right and one on the bottom left. And you will see that, of course, in my photos now at the end. But yeah, you won't see me do that on camera. And I apologize for my voice. I don't know if I'm catching a cold, or I don't know what it is, but my voice is a little raspy, so I apologize in advance for it. Or actually not in advance, because it's the end of my video, but I apologize for that. So I'm just adding some gold sequins. I'm just picking them out because I have my gold and silver mixed in together. So I'm just picking out some sequins and adding a little bit more sparkle to the edges of my photo. And there I go, just gluing those down. And that will complete my layout, aside from the little extras I add in the end, which you'll see in my photos now, in the close-ups. I do want to thank you so much for watching my video. Oh, and by the way, I did add those little photo corners, which are just pieces of that gold paper on the 4 ends of the photo. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I love to hear from you. Again, thank you for watching and have a great day.